History often arrives in the form of rust. Sitting on the bench today is a weapon that looks like it has been buried since the 19th century. To the untrained eye, it is a piece of scrap metal, a seized, corroded pipe attached to a rotting piece of wood. But to a historian, this is the backbone of the American Civil War. This is the Springfield Model 1861. While it currently looks like a victim of time, I am going to attempt a full preservation. My goal isn't just to make it shiny, it is to bring the mechanical soul of this rifle back to life, exactly as it was when it left the Springfield Armory in Massachusetts over 160 years ago. Before we start the electrolysis tank, we need to understand what we are dealing with. The Model 1861 wasn't just another gun, it was a technological leap that changed warfare forever. Before this rifle arrived, most armies fought with smoothbore muskets. A smoothbore was essentially a smooth metal tube. It was fast to load, but beyond 50 or 75 yards, you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. Battles had to be fought at point-blank range. The Springfield 1861 changed that equation. It was the first rifled musket produced on a massive scale for the U.S. military. Inside this rusted barrel are spiral grooves, rifling, that spin the bullet like a football. This spin stabilized the projectile, allowing a soldier to hit a man-sized target at 500 yards. This effectively increased the kill zone of the infantry by 10 times. But the real magic wasn't just the gun, it was the bullet. This rifle fired the famous .58 caliber Minié Ball. It was a heavy conical lead bullet with a hollow base. When the gunpowder exploded, the skirt of the bullet expanded, gripping those rifling grooves perfectly. This allowed soldiers to load quickly like a musket, but shoot accurately like a rifle. As the electrolysis tank begins to strip away a century of oxidation, we are left to wonder, where has this rifle been? Was it carried at Gettysburg? Did it sit in a barn for 100 years? The steel is about to tell us its story. The heavy crust is gone. Now begins the delicate work of preservation. Unlike modern tactical weapons that are painted black or anodized, the Springfield 1861 was finished in the white. That means the soldiers were expected to polish the bare steel constantly to prevent rust. It's a finish that requires patience to restore correctly. Too much sanding, and we lose the history. Too little, and the pitting remains. Listen to that. That is the sound of a percussion lock. And this brings us to a very common misconception I see in the comments. A lot of people hear the name Springfield and immediately think of World War II, Saving Private Ryan, or the Pacific Theater. Make no mistake, this gun never saw action in World War II. The confusion comes from the name. The Springfield used in World War II was the Model 1903, a bolt-action rifle, or the M1 Garand, a semi-automatic. Those were modern weapons. The Model 1861 is a muzzleloader. It holds one shot. To fire it, a soldier had to bite a paper cartridge, pour powder down the barrel, ram the bullet home, place a copper percussion cap on the nipple, and cock the hammer. In the time it took to fire 3 shots with this 1861, a WWII soldier with an M1 Garand could have emptied 2 clips, 16 rounds. If you took this Model 1861 into World War II, you would have been fighting tanks with a musket. This is strictly a legend of the 19th century. With the mechanics restored, we turn to the soul of the weapon, the American Walnut stock. This wood has likely survived humidity, rain, and neglect. By carefully steaming out the dents and applying layers of oil, we aren't changing the color, we are returning it to the warm, dark finish it had when it was first cut. The transformation is complete. We started with a seized block of rust, and we have finished with a functional piece of American history.
Look at that. The lands and grooves are perfectly clean now. This restoration was a complete success.
The action is crisp, the rifling is visible, and the walnut glows. This Springfield Model 1861 may have retired from service over 160 years ago, but today it is ready to be admired for another century. It is a reminder of the era when accuracy was born. Thanks for watching Hominid Dawn. If you enjoyed seeing this legend come back to life, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next restoration.